Welcome to the podcast, It All Starts With You. I'm Eileen Lemelman, your host. On this podcast, you're going to meet midlife women in business, finance, media, medicine, philanthropy, speakers, coaches, and teachers who are inspiring us to move forward in life and continue to do great things regardless of age. You will meet women who are no longer willing to follow outdated and antiquated rules that tell us to behave a certain way, look a certain way, and play small. Shifting into midlife requires us to challenge those old notions that we are no longer relevant and to take a back seat as you age. On this podcast, we will support, encourage, educate, and inspire women 40, 50, 60, 70, and beyond to challenge limiting beliefs and step into your power, because it all starts with you. What are you investing in? Are you investing in your dreams? Or are you afraid to invest in yourself? My guest today is an expert in the field of financial planning. She's the president of Secure Today Financial. For over 35 years, Elise Roberts has helped people protect protect what they work for all their life to save. And so, we are here with Elise Roberts. Welcome, Elise.
Thank you so much, Eileen.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's dive in deep.
Awesome.
Okay. What are the 3 steps that women can take to create a more substantial future?
So I love your question. And when you had asked me this the other day, I thought about it. And really, it's not just 3 steps. For everyone, it's different. So that's where I come in, and what I focus on is that everyone is so different. But there is a fact, and this fact is so important for us women. 90% of the women in this country will be solely responsible for their financial household at some point in their life, and only 20% are actually prepared for that. And that is my goal, to change that.
Oh my goodness.
To get women prepared. And so this is where we come in. So preparing means starting a conversation, just getting that first conversation. Maybe you have done a few things up until now to start preparing. Maybe you've done nothing, but having that conversation is key, and starting some kind of planning. And sometimes that's just the conversation. Mm-hmm. Everyone is just different.
I know. People are scared to have that conversation, aren't they?
Don't be afraid. It's actually very, it's fulfilling, it's enlightening, and it's very rewarding to be able to find out you're doing better than you think. And that's the key for us, is to find all the things you're doing right and help you focus on those first.
So what do women over 55 need to do to invest? What do they need to do?
So when I think about women over 55, the key for women over 55 is we have less time than someone maybe that's 40, 30. So we have to do things a little different. We may have to invest a little different, or not invest as much, or maybe more. It all depends on the personal circumstances. And again, I go to that person. Everyone is different. And one of the things I learned starting 36 years ago, working with my dad, is that fact. Everyone is different. How do you help each individual separately based on their circumstances?
Well, what's a sound financial investment? Great
question.
Yeah. What is a sound financial investment?
So when I think of a sound financial investment, it's somewhere when having this balance of where you're invested. So, and it's not about you should invest in this if you're over 55, or you should invest in that, because your circumstances might say at age 55, how long are you going to work? When are you going to take Social Security? How long are you going to be able to work? How much money do you make? How much can you save All this matters. So again, it comes down to that conversation. And there's no obligation to have a conversation with us. You can book 15 minutes on the phone. We can get a preliminary conversation, find out if we should take that next step, if we should wait 6 months, a year, 5 years. We'll know a lot in 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I think that's key is everyone can't just invest a certain way because of their age. And that's what my dad taught me. I joined him in 88. And he taught me that everyone is different and just go out there and help people. And each one will be very different. Mm-hmm. But a sound financial investment is really where I focus. I focus on the safety of a portion of your money. A portion of your money that says when that market goes backwards, which we're experiencing right now, when that happens, you can't have all your money in the market. You just shouldn't have all of your money anywhere, ever. You should always be very well diversified. And my definition of diversification is so different than that follow along, do what everyone does kind of financial advice. Mine is different. Again, it's per person. So we have this rule of 100. So when you're aging, more and more of your money becomes safer. What that means is when I say diversification, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds are not diversification. They're all in the same basket. Oh. That's the risk basket. You have to have some of your money in a place where it won't go backwards when the market goes backwards. So if you follow this rule of 100, which is part of, I think, our next question, when you follow the rule of 100, as you age, more and more of your money becomes safe. Because here's how the rule of 100 works. You take your age and you minus it from 100. So your age is the amount of money by percentage that should be safe from market risk. It doesn't mean you can't make money on it. You'll still get a reasonable return. But that's not going to be in the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, right? Then the difference between your age and 100 is the part that you can take risks with and not be devastated. So when you're younger, that's a bigger number. You can take more risk. But as you age, more and more of your money becomes safe, so you don't have to worry about a 2008 happening right before you retire. So it's so important to have the conversation and to follow the rule of 100. And I have one more quick, great way to diversify, especially for us women, because we've been told to follow along and do what everyone does. And it's not the way it works. It should not be that way. Everyone's different. But the true diversification is not just having some of your money somewhere else. You have to diversify your advisors. The people you're talking to need to be different. If you're talking about risky money, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, REITs, those type of investments, you need to talk to someone that's on the risky side. And someone that wants that safe side, that part that they can't lose, that's always going to go forward. That's where we come in. And that's what I do. I help you focus on that safe side. So you should have 2 advisors, one for the risky money and one for the safe money. And that's true diversification.
That. Yes, that's amazing.
You don't hear it because no advisor is going to tell you to put some of your money with someone else, except me, because I've done this too long. I know you need that. And we all have to work together in your best interest.
Well, women feel a loss of internal power when their finances aren't serving them. Mm-hmm. And so this is what you do. You help women to have their money serve them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's a great way to put it because, when you get older, first of all, you're young and you are working for your money. And then you get to a point where it's time to enjoy your money and it's time for your money to work for you. And you have to make sure that you can live on that forever. And where I come in is I make sure you don't run out.
Would you give the same advice to married women as single women? This same
some
advice?
Is the same and some is different. It all depends on their financial circumstances. Some married women are totally in charge of the financial future. They're the breadwinner. So again, it's circumstance. So I'm very focused on listening to your circumstances. What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you sitting now? And where do we go? What's that roadmap going to look like? I have a program that'll show you when you'll run out of money based on certain circumstances. So we need to know that.
You know, a lot of times we go to a financial advisor and they have the same cookie cutter formula for everyone. And what you're saying is, no, I listen. I listen to what your circumstances, I listen to what your age is. I want to protect your interests. And so I'm going to be honest with you. I love that.
And the honesty sometimes has to come out that you shouldn't do what I do. I have to say no because that's in your best interest. And it happens, and I will do that. Mm-hmm. But when I do that, you will be empowered with the facts that, hey, that was a good decision.
So let's talk about trends for women in business.
That's a great concept.
Yes. What are they? What are the trends?
What do you mean by trends? Like trends for women in business? It depends on the business, I would say.
Well, do you see, more women becoming professionals, more women going into entrepreneurial kinds of roles, opening their own businesses? What is the trend now for women?
I think that's both. I think it's personality. Some women are individuals who need to express themselves and not have to answer to someone. They need to go start their own business. Or they have a great idea. They need to launch that idea. Maybe they don't know where to start. These are other things that I love to do because I was trained in my life, in my business, which crosses my personal life. I was told this one fact when I joined my father's firm in 1988. Just go help people. And so that comes into play with women who come to me and say, I have this business idea, or, hey, what do you think of this? I love to just help. So sometimes our conversation will switch, and it won't be about your finances. It might be about a great idea that you have.
So how have you expanded your business then?
So my financial business is basically, I've gone from that accumulation advisor, which everyone has. You spend all your time putting all your money at risk. I did that for 20 years, helping people accumulate all that wealth. And now at this point in my life, I help women protect what they've saved. So my business has evolved. But also I have ministries that are businesses, but they're not for profit. Like they're not money makers for me, like the Girls' Night. We have an event coming up. We have a great event coming up November 10th. Tickets go live today.
Ooh.
This is how I help other women in another way. If you have a business and you go to these places where they set you up to sell your wares, they charge you. Mm-hmm. We don't charge. We give you a space to express your business, your design, your whatever it is you have as your business. If it's something a girl would want, we have an event called Girls' Night South Florida. We let you set up, and then we bring in 250 shoppers, and they don't pay either. So everything is free. Actually, may I show this?
Sure,
So the first 125 women to attend our event that come to the door will receive this swag bag filled with awesome gifts. So it's just really exciting to help people in all different ways, financially, emotionally. We're all in this together. And so sometimes it's just, I never know where my meeting's going. But as far as Girls' Night, if you're listening and you live here in South Florida, or even if you don't, you want to fly in, tickets will be limited because they're free. They go live today on our website. They're available now. girlsnightsouthflorida.com.
So Girls' Night Florida
Southflorida.com.
girlsnightsouthflorida.com. We've got to put that out there. That's awesome. So as you could see, Elise helps you with saving your money and also spending your money.
There you go. And spending it and doing the right things with it.
That's right.
This event, there's going to be a fashion show. There's going to be probably 30 plus door prizes. We have a DJ.
Part of it, ladies. So
she's
you
one
gotta
of our vendor. She's going to be there with her books. It's so exciting to have you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be there with my #1 best-selling book.
That's awesome.
Yay.
And she's put an amazing gift in our bags.
Yeah.
Hand-painted bookmark that was over the top special. Unbelievable.
So, when we all work together, we all rise. And so that's the message for today. We all have to help each other and collaborate and support each other and help each other to elevate to the most that we can be in life. And we can do that in community. This is what's important.
Yeah, don't be on that island by yourself.
No, that's right.
That can happen out there.
So thank you so much, Elise. You have been a wonderful guest, and I hope you'll join us November 10th at Girls Night South Florida. So right now we have some call-ins, some write-ins for some viewers. Jenny from West Boca writes, I'm 60 years old and I have no pension or retirement savings. Is it too late to start one? And Bonnie from Plantation writes, it's so hard to find a group of like-minded women. How can I join you? So thank you for participating in the show. I'm so happy to share with you that starting Wednesday, and every Wednesday, I'm going to go live on It All Starts With You, my Facebook page, and we're going to have a support group, and we're going to be having discussions, and we're going to talk about questions just like this. So make sure you join me every Wednesday, 12 p.m. on It All Starts With You. And also, I want to connect with you on my website. So make sure you connect on eileenlemelman.com, and you'll see a lot of my events and what I'm hosting, what I'm doing, sponsoring my program, whatever you want. We can connect with each other and we can help each other to rise. So don't forget to come to the movies of Del Rey on Friday, October 7th at 7:30. I'll be hosting the evening with a movie and questions and answers. I'll be signing my book and speaking to my community. It all starts with you. Let's replace the word aging with ageless. Join me next week for another episode of It All Starts With You. On my website, eileenlemelman.com, you are going to find resources to connect to my show, resources to connect to finding the ageless goddess within. You're going to find resources to how to be a sponsor on my show, because guess what? Your message means so much, and I want to bring awareness to your community as well. I want to bring awareness to what you bring to the table. So connect with me on my website. Also, go to Instagram. Eileen Lemelman is my Instagram. You getting the message? It's all about Eileen Lemelman, and it all starts with you. That's how you can connect with me. That's how you can have a voice with me, and that's how we can start to have a dialogue with one another. I'm all about relationships. I'm all about connections, and I want to connect with you. So start connecting with me, and let's find out what your why is in midlife, because it all starts with you. It all starts with you. Thank you for including me and trusting me as your mentor on your life's journey.
Are you an author, coach, or public speaker? Do you have a book that you would like to turn into an Audible? Contact us today and let us produce your next book. GeminiMediaMarketing.com